international episode. And we have here with us David, and Sarah. And they are with the first production for the Source 12th Annual Festival. David, would you like to tell us something about it?
Well, I sure would. In fact, we have a clip for you, Lucy. We're going to do a scene. The play is about a day in the life of the French writer Balzac, and it follows him through several episodes, adventures that he goes through. And in this particular scene, he has arrived at the front door of a house of a psychic where, of course, they're expecting him because they're psychic. Exactly. That's what I was going to whistle if I could.
Bonjour, Monsieur de Balzac, you're late. Monsieur Balzac will be very cross if you are late.
Pardonnez-moi, mademoiselle, I have no appointment
Please, Monsieur de Balzac, I'll be in a great deal of trouble if you are late.
Oh, well, chivalry demands that a knight aid a maiden in distress.
Merci, follow me.
Pardonnez-moi, mademoiselle.
Shh, my name is Brigitte.
Pardonnez-moi, mademoiselle Brigitte, but who is this Monsieur Balthazar, and how comes it I have an appointment with a man I've never met?
Monsieur Balzac will tell you everything. Please wait here, Monsieur de Balzac.
Adieu, mademoiselle. Crystal ball, tell me all. As if one could learn the future from a hunk of glass. Still, it reflects the light beautifully, doesn't it?
Welcome, Monsieur de Balzac. You're late. But please, sit down, sit down. I'm very pleased to meet you after all this time. But please, sit down. After all, time is money, is it not? What can I do for you today? Chart your horoscope? Turn over the cards of the tarot? Or perhaps Monsieur de Balzac would prefer something a little more simple. Shall I gaze into the crystal ball and see what the future holds for Monsieur de Balzac? Well, let's see. Where did I put that crystal ball? No, monsieur, don't disturb me. Let me think. I remember distinctly I had it here last night. Brigitte. I tell her time and again not to move my things. Brigitte, where did you put my ball? No, monsieur. I know you've met her and she has gained your sympathy. But if there is one thing I cannot stand, it is someone who moves my things. Brigitte! Well, I'm afraid I'll have to let her go. She'll probably starve in the streets, poor dear, or worse. But someone who is so mean as to fiddle with the tools of my trade cannot long abide in my house. But, monsieur, you have a jade ring, monsieur. May I see it? Oui, merci. Now then, monsieur, do you have a question for the oracle, huh?
Well, I must confess I feel a fool even being here, but, well, perhaps I could share with you something that has been weighing on me. You see, ever since I was a boy, I have had two passions, to be famous and to be loved. Will I sit with the immortals of the past, and will I ever know the joy and repose of a conjugal bed?
You have a scar on your left leg, monsieur, the result of a fall. Your heart is bad and your respiratory system is weak, but you are possessed of a tremendous mental faculty, and your psyche contains much potential if only you would allow it to develop. I see Homer, monsieur. I see Dante. I see Shakespeare. And there is another form manifesting. I can see it is Victor Hugo. I can see many women, monsieur, walking around in a circle. And in the center of the circle is another woman, standing on a stage or a platform. It is curious. The more I concentrate on her, the less defined she becomes. But when I leave it alone, she is clear. She lives very far away in a cold climate, and I sense some obstacle, some problem that must be resolved before you can progress. There you are, monsieur. Thank you for visiting the home of the greatest psychic in Paris. Encourage your friends to come. That will be 15 francs.
I'm sorry, I don't have any money.
But I assumed you understood there is a fee for my services. After all, time is money. Well, let's see. I tell you what, I don't usually do this, but for Monsieur de Balzac, we'll keep the beautiful jade ring and we'll call it even, huh? I trust you can find your own way to the door. Brigitte, pack your things.
Oh. Yes, you may apply.
Wonderful. Bravo. But of course, wouldn't you have known in advance that he had no money? Oh, you are psychic.
He's not that psychic.
He's not that psychic.
Yeah.
It's a con.
That was very nice. It's nice. So this is the young Balzac, obviously, wandering around, pre-fame.
Oh, yes.
He's actually...
He's in mid-fame at this point, really. Yes, this is just as he's beginning on his comédie humaine scheme, which was his grand scheme of connected novels which depicted all of human life through France. So he was beginning to be famous at this point. I mean, he'd written several novels already, but he was just about to embark upon this great kind of prolific plan of writing all of these novels, which I don't think he ever actually finished. I don't think he completed all 165 novels that he planned on writing. But he was a very prolific writer.
So who wrote this play?
Hugh Neese, who is actually an actor in town, and a Helen Hayes Award nominee, in fact, this past
Oh,
year.
so this is a local thing entirely.
A very local thing, yeah.
Wonderful.
He was recently in General Gabler's Daughter
With yours truly. Yeah.
with David. Yes.
With David, of David, David, and David.
Right.
And
Two
David.
Davids.
Sarah.
And Sarah. So this is one of many French plays for the Source Festival?
Yeah, it's the whole opening showcase, which is being held at the embassy, is it's three
That would
pieces.
be the French.
The French embassy.
The French Embassy, La Maison Française, as they call it. This is one of three pieces being done in that showcase, the other two being a new adaptation of Ubu. Not to say it like that, you gotta spit a lot when you say those French R's. And the other is called The Curse of the Chevalier, which is a one-man piece. It's a very funny monologue for this actor who happens to be French. So he and this playwright have worked together for some time to develop this piece and hopefully take it on the stand-up circuit. So
Great.
those are the other two pieces in addition to Balzac.
And so you were at La Maison Française
Yes.
when?
July 8, 9, and 10. That's Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
And is it just your show or is it all three?
It's all three nights.
Oh, how nice.
So
So
it's,
they're not all 2-hour pieces, they're all...
Oh no, this ours is the longest at about 40 minutes.
Oh, so they're almost vignettes. Not to rub the
Bite-sized.
French theme into the
Oh,
ground.
there you go.
Yes, with commercial breaks in between.
So this is, what did you say, the 12th annual Source
Festival.
Festival?
Right, the Source has a festival of new plays mostly. New scripts?
They're
Is it
all new scripts.
Yes.
They're all new scripts. There are showcases done. There are events which are one-night things, like a stage reading or something.
Right.
Event. They have panels, discussions, all kinds of
And the
things.
10-minute
10-minute
plays.
plays.
The 10-minute play
Yeah.
festival.
Is this the thing that Chris did last year? He was stage managing all the things Chris
Right,
Griffin was doing?
right.
Yeah.
But the 10-minute plays I think are a treat because you just get that bite size, really bite size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Six,
nice.
6 or 7 in a night, just little. They blow the whistle at 10 minutes. So, you know.
Oh, they really do? They time them and
That's what
blow
I've
the whistle?
heard.
Oh,
I actually haven't seen
brilliant.
Yeah, really, the hook.
It runs throughout July and into the beginning of August.
Yeah, the festival opens on July 8th with our showcase, and I think it runs through August 11th.
Yeah.
That's a guess,
Roundabout.
but for information, of course, you can always call Source Theater Company at
No.
202-462-1073.
The idea is plug it. And where is the French embassy? This place
It's
you're-
it's up in Georgetown on Reservoir Road, right across from Georgetown University Hospital.
And there's no like security problems getting in or anything, just anybody
There's a
can wander
gate,
in.
but I'm sure they'll have
It sounds like an
taken care of
incredibly
that.
long day, isn't it, doesn't
There
it?
might even
Really?
be free
Thank you.
parking that night, actually.
No, there is free parking, in fact, for sure.
Each night.
Well, in these tough economic times, I suppose.
You need
that's-
them.
That
right.
extra 50 cents for them.
So
So what's
it's a
next?
French car.
What next for you guys? I mean, all actors stay one thing ahead, I know that.
Well, if they're not Mars, they're going to be horribly depressed.
Or you mean embarrassed is what you're really on.
No, I'm talking depressed, actually. Maybe we should.
Or are you going to be a jazz singer?
An actress, but I sing too. But I have a job coming up soon for a L'Oreal hair thing, which will bring in some money so I can save
Going
up.
door to door selling stuff with a little box?
No, modeling my hair.
Modeling my hair. I model my hair.
No, but I'm working with a friend of mine, Clayton LaBeouf, who's an artist in the DC area, and he's working on a film project, so I want to help him with that.
Did you just, don't hate me because I'm beautiful?
I will not do that.
Why?
'Cause it sounds so funny, just
It's advertising. Nothing can embarrass you about advertising. If advertising embarrasses you, get out of it. Right?
really. What a country for it, too.
Exactly.
Or made to do everything. Look how quiet we're getting here. Let's
So,
Yeah.
David, what are you doing next?
Right now, I'm just started directing a production of Jesus Christ Superstar, which will be running at the Industrial Strength Theatre, opening August 7th, running weekends through August. The Elm Street Players Theatre Company is putting this on at the Industrial Strength Theatre in Herndon, Virginia. And so I'm directing that currently as well.
Is this your first directorial?
No, I've directed several Shakespeare productions there over the last few years as well.
In Herndon, huh?
Yeah.
Who'd have thought?
Yeah, even now there is culture beyond the
Fortunately, this doesn't
Beltway.
go to Herndon
You know,
right now.
there is culture out there beyond the Beltway. Right.
There are no viewers in Herndon.
What about you, David? Do you have something coming up, or are you...
Yeah, starting tomorrow, actually, rehearsal for Assassins at the
Signature?
Signature Theater at the Gunston Arts Center, yeah.
Assassins?
Right.
Yeah.
Are you an assassin or an
Yeah.
It's
assassin?
an election year. I think it's an excellent theme.
Yeah, I'm an assassin.
He's the big one.
Who are you?
Oswald, Lee Harvey Oswald.
Lee Harvey. What is this, about a bunch of assassins?
Yeah, it's a musical, actually. Assassins.
You know everything, Lucy. That's what I like about you.
I'm not a natural blonde, did I tell you that?
No, you didn't have to.
He didn't tell us, but we don't believe it.
It's all an act. So who else is in this? What other assassins are in this?
Booth, John Wilkes.
Another
Booth
relatively
and,
famous assassin.
It's kind of a funny idea for a musical.
It is kind of.
So everyone who's ever...
Yeah, really.
Squeaky Fromm and Sarah Jane Moore have a couple of wonderfully funny scenes. in
Yeah, who tried to assassinate Ford.
Right.
Yeah.
And
But-
then there's the McKinley and Garfield ones.
Yeah,
And-
they don't really, they get kind of short shrift because the presidents weren't that famous.
Yeah,
That's right.
True. They
You
have
gotta
great-
pick your presidents carefully. You know? I mean, it's a world-class
Hinckley's
assassin. Don't kill McKinley and
Hinckley's
Garfield.
Hinckley's in it.
Hinckley.
Hinckley's in it.
And
So this is sort of spanning the generations of assassins, basically.
Yeah, it goes all the way through, and they come together at different times in the play. It's
So you're sharing tips, is it?
yeah, in a way, yeah.
Oh, how
that's
brilliant.
Good. Some people think it's good. Some people think it's not a good idea to maybe glorify assassins, if that's.
As if such a thing could be done. I mean, I would glorify the damn assassins.
No, I know,
One
but
of my
it's-
favorite pieces of graffiti is, it said, "Free John Hinckley. Every American deserves a second chance." By which, of course, you understand. Second shot.
Give him a free videotape of Little Man Tate at the same time, right?
right, exactly.
Oh, where are they when we need them? That's what I want to know.
Give him a little Silence of the Lambs action.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
Assassins.
Yeah,
Well-
but it's it's about Americans and what causes them to get to that point in their lives.
You're supposed to figure it out?
Yeah, it gives you things to think about, I guess.
And it's Sondheim.
Right,
Yes.
Sondheim wrote.
That figures. It really does.
Why does that figure, Miles?
Because he writes such challenging, disturbing stuff. He's not your Lerner and Lowe type writer. He's one of my heroes.
Very complex.
Personal heroes. Very complex. And everything he finds. Anybody read about the new, what David Lynch's daughter is doing this boxing, the movie about the girl who has her legs and arms chopped off and she's kept in a box?
Yeah,
No.
I've heard of that.
You haven't heard about that?
No.
It's great. David Lynch's daughter is directing this thing. I don't know why this assassin thing made me think of it, but it stars Sherilyn Fenn. It's about a doctor who's obsessed with this woman, but she spurns his advances or something, and so she gets injured in an accident near his house, by which I guess you got to get this castle idea. He brings her in and does all this great stuff, but she still won't return his love, so he cuts her hands and her arms off and builds this box, sort of a throne for her, but she still spurns his. Now she's like the Venus de Milo, so he cuts her legs off. Pretty soon she decides, well, I better accept this love and
Who
return
knows
it.
what will go off next?
Yeah, really. What's left, you know?
Well, I guess if you're David Lynch's daughter, I mean,
Right,
after Eraserhead and the other things that he's
Yeah,
done,
I
you've got
know.
to try and top that, right?
It was probably like a childhood thing for her, let's watch your racer here, Daddy.
You're right.
Well, I still like that idea. Who wrote that play? Assassins.
Sondheim.
Oh, he wrote
and,
the whole thing, music and...
Music.
Weidman,
Lyrics
right?
and John Weidman.
I was gonna say, you
John
need some...
Weidman.
Oh, John Weidman,
Yeah.
the black author.
I believe so.
Yes, I believe he is too.
He, I think they collaborated in the 70s on Pacific Overtures.
Wow.
I'm not sure. There was another piece that
I
they
think
worked
so,
on
yeah.
together.
But that's coming up next, and this is sooner, though, Balzac.
Oh,
Yeah.
Darn soon.
Next
Very
week?
soon.
Couple days.
Wednesday.
Soon.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Hope you're ready.
They will be.
You're ready right now. I bet.
At the
Couldn't you
Maison
tell?
Française.
Where are you going to do this commercial? Where are they doing this? Are you going to go to New York or something to do it, or?
I have to go away for 3 days to Leesburg and do a L'Oreal promotion.
Away to Leesburg.
Well, thank you very much for coming on the show, all of you, David, and Sarah.
Thank
and
you.
good luck with Balzac.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
No, this is the American segment of the International Slumber Party.
Can you play some original stuff? Do you know any originals?
Whip a little something up here.
Dum diggity dum dum diggity dum dum diggity dum. Dum dum diggity dum dum diggity dum dum diggity dum. I like your smile. I'll give you a foot. Hack up your trick. You're a wonderful lot of sweet little fool. Yeah, I see you in the schoolyard. Slapstick. Diggity dum dum diggity dum dum diggity dum 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 diggity dum dum diggity dum dum diggity dum. This is poetry, baby. This is art manifest. This is love. It's success. I'll give you a rhyme. I'll make it fit. My name is Richard. I like your time. Cause I am feeling cocky. And a man is mine, a neon sign. He says, oh, it looks so sloppy. He goes, I'm gonna make a picture show, cause I don't have no time. Take it, dum-dum. Last week, don't mind us now. To the teacher, I wanna read, they don't have the time. Take it won't lie, take it will try anytime you can. Think you're gonna make it happen. Can. Take it don't mind it, take it all the time. If it goes away, fine. Yeah.
You know that? You got a good voice on you, boy.
Wow, what about these guys?
Well, they had good voices than you probably, but the instrumental work is so fine that you can't tell. Actually, that's beautiful. That's a fiery sound.
There you go, Mr. Fire. If you
No, we haven't. Why don't you introduce the band?
Well, because this is the first, we're like old. This is like old hat. We slept together with these people, but these people.
Many times you sleep with me.
So embarrassed.
This is Eric on bass. He plays upright. He plays the Martin. He plays electric. This is Valerie, and she's our violinist.
Valerie.
Oh, for a French band.
So that's a new song?
Yeah, we have a few new ones that we're we're doing now.
Very
That's
prolific.
Sticky Dum Dum.
Get him ready for the erotic revival.
There you go. There you go.
Erotic Arrival
Two.
Two. Right.
Just the end.
July
Right.
18th.
July 18th.
That's a Saturday.
Bastille Day.
Warehouse.
At the warehouse, yeah, that's at
We can hear most of
9th and N
Oh, sorry.
in Washington,
Blizzard.
D.C. It's a huge warehouse. Can hold 1,200 plus people. And,
So 1,200 plus people.
Mm-hmm.
Get out there.
You got it.
And
Who
who
else
else
is-
is playing?
Monkey Spank. You cannot miss Monkey Spank. We were talking. I mean, these guys might break up, and that's a real sad thing. This may be their last show.
Actually, the EPA is making them disband because animals are dying wherever they play. The
Right,
noise levels are
right.
so huge that birds fall out of the
Well,
sky,
I
dogs drop dead.
I thought maybe it was the voodoo thing that they get going, because generally when they
Oh, the
do a
rhythm.
show, it's like, it's very tribal.
Well, they got
It's
3
like-
bass players and 4 drummers
Yeah.
and the loudest guitar player.
So,
That's
Oh yeah,
band is
no,
good.
they're
So
definitely
they're
the
like
Kansas
casting
band
right.
from Baltimore.
Yeah,
maybe
they are.
in this area.
Very exciting to see.
Yeah.
They're causing all kinds of problems,
Yes, they do.
People are taking
I'm
their
not like
clothes off.
like you guys didn't cause a lot of problems last year.
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing about this show is it is a benefit for
battered
battered women. And, we probably wouldn't have even advertised that aspect, except that I guess we feel like since last year we needed to, I guess, man, we're going to go invite Bernie McCain, the guy who caused the problem.
I was gonna say, what
Talk
was,
show
What did
host.
you do last year?
what was the
Battle
benefit?
women, so you
No, the
can-
last year was to benefit the Man-Boy Love Association.
No.
Right. Well,
Last-
they
last-
thought the erotic revival last year was like a sex show.
Pedophilia thing.
So this DJ named Bernie McCain got a hold of it and got heard about the show and started talking about it unbeknownst to us for a couple of days. And this was another show actually.
Yeah, yeah.
So we don't want to
So
talk
this
too much
year
about it.
we want to make it clear.
I see, but there are farm animals involved.
Oh,
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Goats. That's the goats.
Yeah, who did you advertise? Last year you were trying to appeal to,
Same people we're appealing to
Yeah.
this year.
you got the same list of people on your,
Yeah, which is anybody who likes to have a good time and likes good music, but understands that you don't beat people up whenever you go to shows. I mean, there's a real passivity we're trying to bring into the show.
Yeah.
Intensity as far as the music goes.
Right.
Total
So
debauchery.
but a
total
non-violent,
fun, but
a
no,
non-violent excitement.
Mosh and slosh in peace is our catchphrase for this one. So that's something it's very important. It's a personal thing for us.
Exactly. I understand.
That because so many times you can go to clubs and people are drinking it up and they're knocking each other down on the dance floor, but they're picking their buddy up and they're going,
Yeah.
it's the whole moshing thing. And then other times you go to clubs and they knock each other down and someone else comes up and kicks them.
Yeah, right. So you want the more of the help your buddy up when he falls down.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Not to kick them when they're down.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
And who else is playing at this marvelous thing?
Bonomo's Fag Bash, which is another real good band. Definitely on the freaky side, so that's going to help set the tone for the evening too, I hope.
Is it a multimedia thing or just basically music and
Well, we have a DJ. I guess is that
refreshments?
Is that, yeah.
There's artwork in the space
Right.
itself.
Yeah, that's what I was
Some
thinking.
great artwork that's hung up on the walls.
What
And,
theme?
That's
It's pretty abstract. I think
yeah.
the bulk of it is
Anything
this
you
place.
want,
This
basically.
warehouse is huge. It's awesome. They're basically the people that run it, the Beta Punks.
Yeah.
They're an environmental organization. Ecomedia is really their thing, and they're hosting all kinds of arts-related projects, and simultaneously they're helping themselves survive as a nonprofit.
Yeah.
So it's working out well for everybody.
And no controversy this year.
Well, I don't want it to be like no controversy. We
haven't
we're
put
not
up our
wimps
posters
here.
yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, your posters aren't ready yet?
right.
Oh. Well,
They're just not up yet.
All right.
Are you afraid to put them up or?
Oh,
No.
no, timing is everything.
Yeah, you don't want it to be torn down before the show. Huh?
No, they won't. You just gotta, timing is important, Miles. You understand that.
I do understand. The real collector's items, the ones that were up last year.
We occasionally walk into people's houses and find them, framed.
Oh,
on the
yeah.
wall.
Yeah, that's right. The poster that started it all. So what else have you been doing?
Just writing like crazy. Our producer is putting us.
What's
to the
happening with your
grindstone.
tape?
They're shopping it heavy. We've got a lot of labels talking to us now, putting us through the.
Just finished a couple showcases
Yeah.
in New York too.
Right.
You did?
Did CBGB's and the Bitter End,
Yeah.
and both went really well.
Yeah.
So
So are you going to play us another?
Yeah,
tune
let's
from your
let's. This is a Girl World.
Another one we haven't heard yet?
Another one you haven't heard yet.
Goody, goody, goody.
Oh, yummy.
I was going to say.
Don't suck that before you
No.
This is you'll hear the lyrics, so you figure it out.
Oh, I'll hear the lyrics on this one.
Very easy to hear. spanking. Probably got some spoils she lost to the boys in Texas. It'll never do. There is absolutely nothing they can prove. Girls down in girl world don't even say you. Boy chasing boy, girl fiends. It's girl gets the girl in the girl world game, but the rules are exactly the same. Shelley got Mary, Mary got Sue, Sue got a big old girlfriend too. To the girls and girls, it'll never do. Oh, she look good, probably need a spanking, probably got some spoils